Hello, Nez Nation. It's Cash Money G. Cash Money G time. Cash Money G. She ain't going nowhere. Sorry, I had to, but it's so much, I don't know. It's just so much fun to, constantly be flooded with just more tomfoolery, more bamboozlement from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. It is a comedy of errors like no other. Now, I'm going to talk about this latest challenge here. Fani Willis is challenging open records lawsuit seeking White House communications. I'm going to talk about that right now because this is the latest breaking in the Fani Willis saga. If you want to stick around, because I know a lot of you guys are abreast of everything that's happening. You've been paying attention to not only my channel, but all sorts of different independent journalists, channels, etc., etc. I'll go through what the very, very latest is as of today, April 17th, 2024, at the end of the video. Everything that can kind of get you up to speed in small. But so if you wanna stick around for that, stick around to the end. I'll cover some of that. Okay, so what's happening here with this Fani Willis challenging this open records lawsuit? So let's go through this. In February, the legal foundation representing Just the News, America First Legal, filed a complaint in Fulton County, Georgia, in an effort to compel the district attorney's office to produce records requested in an open records request, right? All in the spirit of transparency, right? Something that Cash Money G. Willis always claims to abide by and always claims to embody. So why are you challenging this? What are you so afraid of? If you don't know who Just the News is, just a quick summation. It's an online news platform that focuses on investigative journalism and covers topics related to government accountability, et cetera, et cetera. American First Legal is kind of like the counterpart to the ACLU, the liberal group. It's founded by former Trump administration officials. It positions itself as a conservative counterpart. Its mission includes defending constitutional rights and engaging in legal battles against what it perceives as government overreach, okay? So they filed this request. And then Cash Money G, of course, you think she's going to cooperate with Jack? Let me know in the comments. You actually think Cash Money G is after justice? You've got to, I would highly recommend some sort of mental therapy. I'm not even saying that in a facetious way. I mean that 100% seriously. No facetiousness there. So in January, Just the News submitted the request to DA Willis's office after reports emerged that special prosecutor had appointed to handle the 2020 election interference case met with Biden White House officials. Aha! Now we're starting to get somewhere. Just the News requested records of any meetings, any communications between Willis or her special prosecutor, Nathan Philandering Wade, and White House and Justice Department officials. And now Cash Money G seeks to avoid the lawsuit and disclosure, arguing, get this, it is an entity which, quote, cannot be sued. Y'all can't sue me. It's the truth. This is the truth. You want to make this case about me. This is a case about them. This ain't about me. Get that Jerry Springer neck working, girl. Holy macadamia nut. She actually cited this. We are an entity that cannot be sued. I want you guys, I'm going to screen share real fast. And this is really, really quick, but I have the actual filing right here. So here you can see Bentley Media Group is the plaintiff. Fulton County's District Attorney Office motion to dismiss and brief in support comes now through the undersigned counsel and moves this honorable court to dismiss the claims against it for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. I want to get to the actual part where she says we cannot be sued. It's very, very fast. So in January, plaintiff made an open records request to the Fulton County District's office, okay? And the office of the Fulton County District Attorney acknowledged the receipt and responded. Plaintiff filed a complaint alleging violation of the Open Records Act, which is actually true. Okay. But look at what she says here. Look at what she says here. But the plaintiff's civil action was brought against the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, an entity which is not capable of being sued. She put that in writing, y'all. It's an entity that is not capable of being sued. Signed, look, this is fast. Signed, Cash Money, Fani T. Willis. What does the T stand for? Anybody know? I don't even know if I've ever even found out. Willis's office argued that it did not meet the criteria of individuals or entities under Georgia law that are capable of being sued and called for the lawsuit to be dismissed on those grounds. The AFL has challenged this argument in an amicus brief submitted in the case against D.A. Gonzalez last week. In the brief, the foundation argued the Georgia Open Records Act clearly applies to every state, quote, agency, board, bureau, office, commission, public corporation, and authority. So that's the Georgia Open Records Act, which means, what a big shock, Cash Money G is capital W wrong. Additionally, the Georgia Open Records Act also includes specific exceptions for records gathered as part of a prosecution, which AFL argues shows state district attorneys were intended to be subject to the law, the foundation explained. So that's really, really interesting to me. Willis's office asserted Georgia law did not require it to provide responses to Just the News's request, arguing the records fall under the immunity exemptions listed in the statute. But here's the, so here's the crux. They've gone back and forth. The AFL has not yet filed a motion opposing this request to keep the public records hidden from public view. But here's the big deal. Here is the big deal. Why? Why, Cash Money G? What do you have to hide? If you're truly innocent, if you didn't interfere with the Georgia election in 2020, if you're doing everything on the up and up, if you're following due process of law, which is what you stated many, many times, if you were telling the truth under oath, where you said you didn't have any meetings, and Ashley Merchant found that out real quick in the Georgia Senate Committee subpoena, that hearing that we covered live, why are you not disclosing this? What are you trying to, if you don't have anything to hide? See, I was always taught, my father always taught me, the truth is the easiest thing to say because it's the easiest thing to remember. And if you don't got anything to hide, if you're telling the truth is on your side, then you should be transparent. You should be open. You should be sharing. And she stated many, many times, I am on the side of transparency. We advocate for transparency. This isn't transparent. This is straight up, you're trying to mask something. You're trying to hide something. So it's very, very strange why they would do this. It doesn't make an ounce of sense. Why are you challenging an open records request and triggering a lawsuit seeking White House communications if you didn't do anything wrong? The corruption, the insanity, the bonkers, back and forth drama, spectacle, unprofessionalism, lack of credibility just keeps piling and piling and piling up. And do you think she's going to ever wisen up and be like, you know what? There's been not only has there been a plethora of evidence, a plethora of arisings that could have me disbarred, but there is no way that we have conveyed an appearance of impartiality, which is what every single citizen, including former presidents, have the right to under the Constitution. So you have a lot to hide, Cash Money G, if you're such an innocent person. But we all know you're not innocent. We know you're corrupt. We know you're narcissistic. We know you're sociopathic. You know, we know even if they throw you behind bars, you're still never going to admit. I mean, it's the same exact like mindset of, I just walked in on you cheating. I just walked in on you cheating. I have you caught red-handed, and your response, instead of saying, sorry, let's talk about this, let's work through this, I'm a fragile, flawed human being, your response is, you're going to believe your eyes or me. That's her response. That's the kind of person we're dealing with. And she is going to hold court in one of the most important cases in American history, going after a former president. She is going to be at the helm? I think not. The Pitbull Sadow thinks not. The American people think not. This ain't going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen before the election. It just ain't going to happen. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this open records challenge by Cash Money G, as well as everything that I've been talking about. What do you think about the AFL? What do you think about American First Legal? What do you think of her response that we can't be sued? We're an entity that cannot be sued. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I try with my whole soul best to answer all the comments, but it's literally physically impossible. Members get first priority. Super chat and super thanks get first priority. Consider becoming a member. It only costs you a cup of coffee to be a member a month. You spend more every morning when you walk into Starbucks than you would supporting this channel for an entire month. So think about that, please. It all goes back into the channel so I can keep creating free content for you. Plus, we just have started in the last couple of days our free Discord, our members-only exclusive Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it is literally our online community where we all interact, members-only, communicate, hang out, talk, chat. I'm in there. It's a party. We're having fun. We're building friendships. We're building relationships. We're building community in this Discord for members only. So consider that's another incentive besides getting badges next to your name, besides being shout out in live streams, priority comments, etc., exclusive content. We got our Discord as well. Now, I told you if you stick around to the end, I'm going to keep you up to date about what's going on. What is the latest? What's happening? So far, Judge McAfee has not ruled on anything. The process is moving forward. Sadow just filed a certificate of immediate review under the grounds of free speech. But we still haven't heard from the panel of judges in the higher appellate court. What are they going to determine? Are they going to review the evidence? Are they going to go over it? Are they going to take the case? They have 45 days from, I think, a couple weeks ago. I mean, there's been so much going on. It's hard to remember. I was on vacation. But so far, things are quiet. Harrison Floyd, who we had on the show, who was Trump's co-defendant, the only co-defendant in this Georgia election interference case brought up by Cash Money G, who has spent any time in jail. He has been on a lot of broadcasts and a lot of podcasts talking up a storm about what he is going to expose Fani Willis of. And we're keeping an eye on that. He's been talking about a lot of stuff. But as of right now, things are, I could say, relatively still. The waters of the Cash Money saga, besides what I just talked about, are relatively still. It's a waiting game, much like any trial, much like any system in any process in our criminal justice system. It takes time. Things take time. They got to deliberate, ruminate, the whole nine. But you know your boy Nez is going to keep you up to date and up to speed and in the scoop every single day, every single minute. I do all my own due diligence, qualitative and quantitative research. This is your one-stop shop, so don't go anywhere. Consider becoming a Nez Nation Insider. It's our free newsletter. It's in the pinned comment, in the description, and in the show notes. You just click on that link, click on the option for free newsletter, give us your best email, bada boom, bada bing, and you're in. You get all the latest breaking updates, current news, top stories, all of our newest videos and live streams right into your inbox. There's a good chance YouTube's going to delete this channel. I don't know. I hope to God not. We're also on Rumble and X, but there's a good chance it could happen. So please make sure that you become a Nez Nation Insider, especially because it's free. And we don't spam. I don't share your email with any market. You're not going to get a bunch of weird emails. I value you guys. You're my community. Nez Nation is the best online community on planet Earth. And so I take care of you and I make sure my word is my oath, and I would never, ever do anything to create more spam for you. Check out these videos coming up right now on the screen, Nez Nation. I love you guys. God bless you, your families. God bless the United States of America. And I'll see you very soon.